Hello everyone. So I had received a few requests to do a walkthrough of my Me Plus planner, which is my daily planner. So let's get straight into it. This is the Bible size Me Plus planner, and before this I had a plotter narrow, and I found that the plotter narrow was kind of a bit narrow for me and I have a lot to write, so that's why I opted for Bible size this time. And Me Plus was kind enough to send this to me for tryout, and I end up falling in love with this particular size. So the reason why I like this type of planner is because the band is in the vertical mode where I can just take it out and put it on easily. Not only that, I can just access my wallet also easily here, and the cash won't drop out of the wallet. So this is my pen, and the pen that I'm using is the Juice Up 4. It has 4 colors: black, blue, green, and red. Each colors do have a meaning. So this is pen holder, which also has this band on. This is from Me Plus as well, and she embossed my logo, which is TFP, the functional planning. And I really love the size because you can also put in like really chunky pen in here. See, it just goes in easily. So this is a really good pen insert because usually they are either too small and I can't really put in my fat pen in there, especially my fountain pen, but this is a very decent size. And this pen insert is quite sturdy and my pen does not fall out. I really like that about this insert. Anyway, so let's move on to the planner. So before I show you what's in my planner, let me talk about the tabs that I have in here. So this is the tab from the Midori. It's called Midori Tab Index, if I'm not mistaken, and they come in 8. So in here, I believe I use all 8. Oh, okay, yes, I did use all 8. So 7 is in here and there's one more up here. These tabs do not have anything written on it. So what I did was I used this P-Touch Brother printer to print all this title for the tabs. So I chose the smallest font and it fits just nice. But of course, I do have to cut the sticker just to fit in these tabs because these tabs are really tiny. It's about 2.5 mm if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, but I don't really like to leave my tabs empty. That's why I made sure that I label them so that if I want to refer to my month, then I can just flip to the month section or daily section and so forth. Another tab is up here. So this is for my quarterly planning. So I just put the tab up here, and this tab is this month tab, which I use to refer the current month. So this is a plotter ruler pad thing that came with the plotter insert itself, and I thought that this is really sturdy and it would be a great bookmark. So what I did was I just flipped it, put some holes in it and slit the holes, and so that I can just put it in easily. And I just used a stamp to stamp this month. I really like this because whenever I want to refer to the month, I realize that I will go to the month tab and I will just like be flipping a lot. So this particular tab is so easy for me to just flip in right in here. Okay, so now that I've talked about all the other accessories that I have in here, so let's move on to the planner itself. So as I mentioned, this is my plotter Bible size. And in here, you would see like I would have inserts that are different in sizes. So this is taken from my plotter because I don't want to redo my planner insert for my Bible size. So I just added them in here because the holes are the same, but it's just that it's narrower. So this is the calendar. This is from the plotter itself. And this calendar is from my insert, which you can find it in my shop. But this is for 2025. I am going to upload for the year 2026 soon. So I will leave the link down here so that if you're interested in my inserts for the Bible size and narrow size, you can purchase it from my shop. And back here is my annual plan section. So these are the things that happen every year. And I like to put them in here so that I know that you know what, these things are happening on that particular month. And not only that, any new things that come in that month that is going to occur every year, I will add it on here so that when the next year comes, I know that these are the things going to reoccur again, and I will just update them in annual calendar section. So for example, this pest control was a new thing that happened in July. So I just added the timeline in the annual plan itself so that it's easier for me to just update for my 2026 plan. And this is the quarterly section. This is also from my shop. And I like to have a quarterly section because this is more like a future planning for me. Because what happened is, of course, this is a daily planner, right? And there were so many times where something comes up and I want to make sure that I record them in, but I can't record them in my daily planning because it is something that is for the future. Where I will fit them in is in the quarterly calendar, so that when I'm doing my daily planning or monthly planning or even quarterly planning, I can always refer to this quarterly section and see what are the important events or deadline or task that I'm supposed to do for that particular month or quarter. So a very good example is my mother-in-law planned to go and visit her friend to another state, so she would require me to drop her off at the bus stop. So I will just record them at the quarterly planning itself so that I am aware, you know what, on that day I should not plan anything. For future planning, I do put it in here. All right. So now this is my goals section, but the goals that I meant is more like my affirmation, my morning affirmation that I say in the mornings. And this is my emotional audit alignment affirmations. I believe that I've read this somewhere and I just put them in here just in case if I feel lost and I wanted some guidance, I can always refer it in here. Now, this is my monthly section. So the monthly calendar is from the plotter itself, and this is in narrow size, hence the reason why it's slimmer. And mainly what I do is I update a lot of my daughter's activities, my personal appointments, or any other events that are important. Because these boxes are very, very small, so I can't put in a lot of appointments. So all my main appointments goes in this planner, which is my main planner. So this is my catch-all planner, but of course this is my main reference. But if I want to refer them while I'm on the go, this is where I take a look at them, because more often than not, the calendars that I refer to very much frequently in my daily planner is my daughter's school activities. For example, suddenly she'll have some sort of training for her choir practice or for her play practice. So I don't actually remember whether or not she has practice on that day because there are like so many activities for her. So I will tend to take a look at this calendar section just to know what time I'm supposed to pick her up on that day. Yeah. Those important events which I always put in here, everything that are related to my daughter. And of course, public holidays and school holidays, and when I'm supposed to send my car for maintenance. So all those things in here. And I do a very minimal decoration just to keep it, attractive. And these colors that you are seeing is, I have a category, like purple is for my daughter, the brighter color like orange or red is for her exams. And then these color marks are for due dates of certain things. So yeah, I have my own system going on for that. All right, now that is done for my calendar. Okay, so now this is my daily section. So I was printing my own inserts just to see how this one day insert works for me. So what I did was I wrote down my daily tasks in here, and here are some important notes that is related for that particular day. Maybe, for example, I was doing some work and I need to remember where I finished that work on that day. So I will write them down in here so that the next day when I start my work, I will be able to see exactly where I stopped, and then I can start from there on the next day. But I kind of not a big fan of this layout. So I was just trying it out for a few weeks, but I moved on to different style. So this is the planner insert from Mee Plus itself, but this insert is a lot thicker. To be honest, for my Bible planner, because of it doesn't have a very big ring, this is the 16 millimeter ring. The plotter has 11 millimeter range, so which means this planner can carry a lot more than the 11 millimeter ring planner, but I still like to make sure that the things that I carry in here are concise. So I can't really put in a very thick insert in here, so I prefer a thinner paper. But I do like the fact that their paper is very thick and their insert was fountain pen friendly as well. It's very smooth and I love how my writing turned out on the paper. It's really good. And here I've used my Tombow pen and it did not even bleed through. So it's a really good type of paper. Okay, now moving on to the next page. So these are inserts that I did myself because I wanted to have a different layout just to test it out. So I printed these, and this calendar per 1 month calendar per page was to track my social media post. But this was just a trial and I am still trying to figure out whether or not how to do this. I just let them here so that I can just have a look at it and have some idea whether or not this will work for me in future. So as I did this kind of layout, I realized that I do like horizontal layout. So I decided to print it and try the layout, and it's pretty good because I feel like I don't waste a lot of space in this type of layout. Once I tried this layout and then I moved on to 2 days in one page, and as you can see, it doesn't work because look at the amount of space that I have in here. It's like a lot of wastage. Here's the thing, I don't necessarily plan every day. So that's why you can see empty space for these days, because there are days when I don't go out. I don't have to plan on this. I will just refer to my main planner section where I have my weekly planning items that I need to do readily up here. So that's why you can see a lot of empty pages in here. And I realized that, you know what, I am going to stop using this style. And I have then moved to this horizontal layout. I prefer this style, and as you can see, it is compact. And I used color coding, which is green for appointment, blue and black is for my task, and red is things that I've done and then things that actually happen on that particular day. So right now I am fine with this layout. I really like this. And this is a plotter narrow ruler that I use as my today tab. These dates I used these stamp I just ordered online, and so it's just easier for me to just stamp all these dates instead of writing them one by one. Okay, so this is a daily insert that was given by Mee Plus Planner as well, but this kind of layout does not work out for me because as you can see, it's kind of messy, but I just write down the things that I did on that particular day for me to refer what the task that I've done. But then I realized that because it is separated from my main notes here, I don't really go back here to refer it. So this does not work for me. Okay, now this is my list section. So the list section is all the list that is important to me. So this is discussion that we did during Diwali, what meal that we are supposed to cook, how many guests we are inviting, what cookies that we need to make, and all those sorts. We were discussing as a family, and I just wrote them down here. While we were doing this, I did refer to my previous year planned Diwali celebrations. So it was very easy for us to do this because there were not much difference between the previous 2024 planning and the 2025 planning. So that's why I kept this list in here so that it's easier for us to plan for next year's Diwali celebration. And this is my product recommended list. I only have one for now. And then these are my music selection and sounds for video that I use for my videos, and my favorite stationery. And this is the ink that I buy whenever I ran out of ink for my pen. So I write the codes here so that it's easier for me to just refer to the code and straight away put in the order for the ink refill. And these are my favorite products for my lotion and also for my perfume. And these are my garment size and my daughter's garment size, so that I don't have to like measure every time that I wanted to go and buy. And these are my current electronics that I own right now. For example, I just replaced my MacBook Air with the secondhand MacBook Pro with this specification. And while I'm doing my work, I am figuring out whether this MacBook is okay for me or not. I wrote in pencil that I wanted to get the 48 GB in future, so that I don't have to try to figure it out later. And now this is my favorite fonts list, my wish list, my 3D print products that I'm interested to make in future. And I have a few empty pages at the back here. You may never know when you need one. So this is colored page, which is from Mee Plus as well. And now this is my finance section. Okay, I just use the plotter to-do list insert for this. And this is my business expense, which I got from Mee Plus as well. And this is for my project section. As you can see, different sizes. So this is the plotter narrow size. This is for my YouTube. This is for my brand journey. This is for my income. And this one, I don't have anything in here, but I just put it in here just in case I have some new project that came up and I can just add it in here. And this is my tab section. And this is my wallet. So this is a file folder actually, and I cut it and punched a hole in it so that I can put in my cash in here. This was way easier for me to do than just purchasing it online. So yeah, this works very well. So this is another tab which I got from Plotter, and this is another folder that I have just to have my Hobonichi stencils. And this is my wallet section, my card holder, and at the back I have my cash in here as well. So that's it for my Plotter Bible walkthrough. I don't know whether my walkthrough is helpful for you to see how I'm using them. If you have any questions, post at the comment box below. And if you are interested to know how I'm using this as a daily planner, I have all covered in here, and I will put the link right here for you to check it out. So that's it, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!